I've been letting this one simmer a little bit because more hot takes have been coming out as time has gone on. But I think we're good now. It's been a couple days since this has been made, but let's go ahead and look at some more community hot takes. And then we could. I also have like a couple comments on the first one that we could also look at. But let's just go ahead and hop right in. This is the worst Gogeta unit on release. We don't count LR Gods. He's a nothing burger that's only good for 2 turns. For whatever reason, he's still a top 4 unit, but why make him Vegeta's shadow with 0 personality? Now, I've said this a couple of times. Yeah. I've said this a couple of times, but I think a lot of people hold that sentiment of like Gogeta should have been on the same level of Vegito. And I get it. Gogeta's numbers are not anywhere close to Vegito's. Anywhere. He's not even in the same ballpark. But no one else is. No one else is in the same ballpark as Vegito. The thing you have to remember though is there is a lot of things that will make it where Vegito will age out faster than Gogeta. Gogeta has immunities to all debuffs once he is in Gogeta. Vegito doesn't have that. Gogeta has quite literally the best support active skill in the game. It's gotten to the point where I don't like seeing Gogeta in showcases. And the reason why is because it's just so, like, I want to see how a unit looks like with, like, standard support. And then I have to see these thumbnails where it's like, this unit could hit 2 Gorgillion and attack stat. And you want to know why? Because this guy right here. Like, Gogeta's going to age well and better than Vegito because his role is a lot harder to replace. Gogeta has the Ghost Usher active skill. Gogeta has the best support in the game. Gogeta has immunity to all debuffs. He has those 3 things that you will never find in any other unit. Go ahead and try to think of one off the top of your head that has just, again, pure immunity to every single debuff. You can't. Like, I can't think of anything, even units that, like, that you would think, like, would have it. Like the boot characters that you would be like, oh, well, they probably have it, like how it is in Legends. No one has it. Gogeta does though. So like, he's top 4, sure, but well, I don't know. He's number 2. I wouldn't say he's top 4. He's the second best LR in the game, and he's making everyone that much better while also being basically immune to a lot of gimmicks in the later end of fights, making it where he can dodge, making it where he doesn't get stunned, doesn't get sealed, doesn't get any attack or debuffs or anything like that. And then also getting like more damage reduction. Like, he's good. I don't know why people downplay him as much as they do. This is the worst major celebration. He made his team representatives of Universe 7 worse. He kills himself. He does more damage to you than the boss if he's not Rainbow to Link 10 and isn't linked up to another killing himself machine. He's a bad leader. Why is he even in top 15 TURs? Because of his standby and his revive. Like, that's his only good turn, I would say, is his standby revive. That's when he can, like, truly kind of like pop off a bit. But he is pretty bad. LR 8 Vegeta is a lot better than Beast Gohan in Red Zone because his defense doesn't go away after 7 turns. Although inconsistent, he still has a team protector mechanic. By the way, this isn't an LR Beast downplay, but I do find 8 Vegeta more effective than him in Red Zones. So I would say the one thing that I would probably say that I like Beast more though for is the fact that Beast is giving the key support, and a lot of these LRs need that key support that he's on the team for. Like, the 10th year anniversary LRs work insanely well with Beast Gohan when he's protecting Slot 1. Beast Gohan is holding that down, and then the 10th year anniversary LRs are in Slot 2 or Slot 3, getting the key that they need from Beast Gohan if you do get unlucky with key, not having to worry about giving key to this guy himself. But Tech Vegeta is kind of like the opposite of that, where his links are pretty bad. his team protector mechanic is inconsistent. Like, it's not as consistent as Beast Gohan. And on top of that, you also want to try to get the 18 key as much as possible, just because it gives you, like, doesn't the 18 key give more defense on Super than 12 key? I believe. Doesn't he get extra stats on 18 key? So, like, that's the only reason why I would say is because Beast's Gohan is just more of a consistent unit who's helping out the team, but Vegeta can definitely be better overall. He has higher highs, but he also has lower lows. But Beast Gohan is just like a consistent, like, 9 out of 10. While Vegeta can be the 10 out of 10 that you need, but he could also be like the 7, you know? And also locking and sealing and stunning and all that. If he isn't in slot 1, his defense goes down a lot. Compared to Beast Gohan, who could just go in any slot, you know? Gogeta 4 and Super Vegeta are equal if you look at their pros and cons in each event. Both of them are similar too. Their actives are win game button if you stack up enough in base. I kind of want to see what the quotes say. Vegeta is a win mode button in any mode, but Gogeta 4 isn't. Blatantly wrong. Vegeta's active turns literally the entire game. Word based turn in one fight. Not only does Vegeta's actives do more damage, but also protects the team. It's a taunt. It's just wrong. I like the trend though, but no. Yeah, no. I'm surprised no one else really talks about it. As much as I like having Gogeta 4 around because you could stay transformed as long as possible compared to Vegeta's active skill just completely dominates. Like, Gogeta's out of the water. They are not equal in that. Vegeta will direct all the attacks towards him and then, like, take off like 20 health bars off of any hard content. And Gogeta, if he gets his counter, which isn't even guaranteed, well, most of the time it's not guaranteed unless you fill that one condition out. At their peaks, they could be really close, but Vegeto's just consistently better. The 70% chance to do the super attack counter can fail you, and then it just hurts. Is less important. Why do people keep saying this? Is less important than the red zones. Our long fights, which 75% of the thing it's designed for, can be cheesed with ghost ushers and revives. Has only 2 stages, real stages. Where does that opinion come from of like, oh, it's only 2 real stages? Dude, the first couple of stages of battle hardened formidable foes can catch you so easily. And of course, they're not as difficult as like the later ones, but they're still so easy to get caught in. When it first came out, I remember doing the event, I'd be like, damn. Like, I mean, when I got caught, it's over. We lost. But like, this is another thing I don't really get as well, is that 75% of units are now designed for the pro. Let's just pull up something real quick. Let's not count easy A's because I want to talk specifically about new unit releases. Okay. High chance of stunning enemy, debuff. Okay. Can't do that in red zone. Lowers attack and defense. Okay. Can't do that in red zone. They're weird ones because they have like, they get like extra stats from like crits and all that. Like I said, we're not looking at easy A's. I would say he's also a weird one. Hit does it though. High chance of stunning enemy. Great chance of stunning enemy. Another debuff. Okay. Well, I don't really care about the side branding units. I believe Piccolo, doesn't he also do something like similar to that? Either way, my main point that I'm trying to make is the fact that you can't really say that a lot of units are meant for longer fights when a lot of no matter where you go into, you will have something that the unit cannot do. Ginyu cannot stack fast in battle hardened formidable foes. Like, and he can do in red zones, but at the same time, he also like other units as well cannot, like Tao can't do his attack and defense lowering, right? The Rakumen Goldo, for example, they can't go ahead and greatly lower the attack and defense. They can't have it where they seal the enemy's attack. They can't have it where they're stunning the enemy, right? So like, no matter, there's no content in the game where you can't like specifically get everything you want and everything you need. The longest event still can't be debuffed. Let's go to the next one. He is a nothing burger. He isn't as good as he should have been, but is he good? Yes, he's an effective Satsu that does a lot of damage. Also has its value, and his team is pretty good too. He is a nothing burger. That's the thing that I really hate, is that they made it where he has quite literally the best animations in the game, from the intro to the active skill to the super attacks. Everything was cooked. Everything is cooked to perfection. But they hate Gohan. They did it one time with Super Saiyan 2, the LR, and they were like, we are never making it where Gohan is the #1 unit in the game again, ever. Super Saiyan 2 Gohan specifically. Obviously the other Gohans have been #1. Private servers aren't as big of an issue as people make it out to be. I'd rather hop on a private server to test out an unhyped Dokkan Fest and watch a truth video. It's just boring, filled with lies and unnecessary rants. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. That got me laughing a bit. That's funny. Best monthly Dokkan Fest since SCR Vidal and Agl Ginyu. He's so insane, it makes you smile. Yeah, he is pretty good. Is always 2 units away from being so great. I think Dokkan should lock into a Chi-Chi Dokkan Fest in Part 2 Kefla and make Pepe Gals great again. Also need to fix the category. Instead of being Pepe Gals, it should be girls, so it doesn't. So Inch Chi-Chi would be there. Well, like, there isn't like Berserk Kale, like, not on the category 2. There's a couple units who just aren't. Pan, for example, isn't on Pepe Gals as well. They should just make it where it's just a females category. It's gonna be a biased one. He's the most underrated 2R right now. People are sleeping on him hard. I swear he's goated if you have him at 79%. He is. He really is goated. And battle hardened formidable foes too. Dokkan needs a new no. Needs a new rarity. LRs have become too common. I think the game would go viral again if we had something beyond an LR. I'll start out of LRs to do for big major celebrations in the future. Dokkan has consistently said that they don't mind doing LRs again though. And we've seen this before. They did physical Beast Gohan, then 2 years later they did STR Beast Gohan. They're probably going to do an Orange Piccolo coming up during a major celebration as well. What's like another thing that was like just redone as well? The Tao was an LR. That exact moment was redone as a TUR Dokkan Fest. And his animations were still pretty good from the LR. Like I liked them a lot. It's like, excuse me, what's like another like bigger release that was just redone? I guess you can say Gogeta's. Like, Gogeta Blue has been done so many times before. We have 3 in the game. We have Physical Gogeta, the Agio Gogeta, and S-Tier Gogeta Blue. And all of them have such, like, dude, when they dropped the S-Tier Gogeta during the 5th year anniversary, I genuinely thought that they would never do something like that. Like, again. Like, I just thought it was cooked too good. It was cooked to perfection, if you will. Every single animation was so good. So they don't mind doing it again. They won't run out because they'll just redo. Namek and ROF global Dokkan celebration idea is too perfect, which means it won't happen. I don't care what units we will get for global Dokkan as long as the content media about it is fun. So don't drop Carnival of Battles. They could do like another battle hardened formidable foes. I would be down with that. More stages to it. I think that would be fun. The thing I don't understand though is that what's wrong with this though? Like, you should always want as much diversity as possible. I hate Festival of Battles. It is probably one of my least favorite events of all time because of how time consuming it is. But I still wouldn't want it to be not redone again in the future with like something like Carnival of Battles, because it allows those units who have the stacks and all of that to shine. Like, I don't know. Also, talking about this, I hate ROF. Please do not make it ROF. Just make it Namek. All Namek, please. Thank you. We'll redo Namek. People playing Dokkan with their own music. Not everyone wants to hear the same OSTs 50 times per day when we all know Dragon Ball Z goes hard with American music. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. I don't know. I like hearing Dokkan music though, but I also wouldn't mind if, like, I don't really care if someone puts like their own music in while doing that. It doesn't really matter. People like this event in the near future when it becomes beatable with more units, because this is a stacking simulator that we asked for. Didn't you just say that you don't want Carnival of Battles? How are you saying that you don't want Carnival of Battles, but then you bring up Festival of Battles and you're like, oh yeah, more people are gonna like this event, by the way. And yes, Festival of Battles was designed to not be beatable. It's kind of like SBR, where it's like, if you use items and you use the best units, then yeah, it's gonna be doable. But the thing you have to remember is that it's supposed to be beaten easier as time goes on. They made it as hard as it was because they said that they wanted to make it the hardest event in the game. And they did. They did make it the hardest event in the game. You literally can't beat it without Vegito. Baton is fun. It is fun. It is fun. Nappa is Dokkan Fest TWR worthy. He has many fans and interesting attacks right now. He would help out villains. I don't see why not. Also, that's a funny image. I don't see why like he should be a Dokkan Fest for sure. He deserves one. He killed every single one of the Z fighters, man. It's all gone. Tien, arm gone. His arm's gone. Chaozu, ooh, literally didn't even do like that much. Like Nappa deserves it for sure. So honestly, they should just make a Saiyan Saga celebration, and they should have not Saiyan Saga. I guess yeah, just Saiyan Saga. Part 1 is like Nappa, maybe Gohan, and then part 2 is Goku versus Vegeta. That'd be dope. Or maybe I've always thought it would be cool if it was a Gohan Dokkan Fest from when he fought Vegeta, and Vegeta's like just fighting Gohan while also just like about to pass out, and Gohan's like actually able to put up a fight, and then when he reflects the Spirit Bomb, I think it would be so awesome if they redid that. But yeah, Nappa would also just be really awesome too. LR Super 17 shouldn't easy A until there's a good target Goku GT bosses team. No, they just need to make it where he just isn't restricted to those teams. Dokkan needs to fix their game code so they can change active skills on easy A. They should. They really should. Piccolo needs more premium units. He gained a lot of popularity recently, so he would sell if he had crisp animations on a fire kit. Well, yeah, like I already said, they need to redo Orange Piccolo. We need an Orange Piccolo. We need to kill Nano into Truth in their sleep because Dokkan YouTube needs brand new fresh faces. I thought this was so funny because this is the one that got so much traction out of everything, and this is the one that this is the whole reason why I wanted to make this a thing, because like, yeah, like who actually think he's for real when he says yeah, generation is too sensitive. It really is, because like you could tell that he's joking. First party, if you want a fresh face, I got you. Right here is undefinable as the truth. Yeah, my boy Radicun. You guys should go follow this guy. He's so awesome. Put in work in reality. People have their preferences. People enjoy watching them because they're standard, but they've been here for years. I think it's more so just comfortability. Like I watch the same show like every 4 to 5 years because it's familiar to me. So if it's the same way with YouTubers, then that's completely fine. Hi Fred. It's never this. It truly isn't. Like you don't. This is so true. We need to take them out, specifically Minatos. I hate that guy. Anything about so the kind of pretty sure chance I get, but really sympathize not making people like plans where. I don't think it's that deep. Because people don't. It's not that deep. Too far. I'm gonna stay till I retire, lock in. Yeah. That's the thing that people forget is like if you want to make something of yourself, you can't follow the same things that everyone's doing. You can't be the next to truth. You have to be the next you. You shouldn't want to be the next to truth. You should want to be liked for something that not only you enjoy, but you know others will enjoy as well. It's the reason why, and I haven't really been doing it as much recently because I feel like there's not a need to. I probably will do one for the most recent stages, even though it's a little bit late though. Is when I first started playing Dokkan and I started making videos. When I first started making Dokkan videos and I wanted to try to make a name for myself, I went into it with the mentality that the thing that I wanted to be known for was that if you ever had a difficulty with a hard stage in the game, that I would always be there with a guide. So the reason why I did guides on red zones and battle hard and formidable foes and memorial battles and all of that stuff is because I wanted to be known in the community as the guy who, if you didn't have the brand new unit, that this is the guy who would only use coinable units. As silly as that was, it's the reason why every single time that any of those red zones and all that stuff came out, I don't like using coinable units. Or not coinable units. I don't like using newer units. I only like using coinable or something like the 10th year anniversary. Like you were able to get an LR for free. My free LR was Gogeta, so I try not to, but sometimes I'll use Gogeta in like the red zones, so that way you guys know like you can beat it and all that stuff. But my main point I'm trying to make is that you have to have something to diversify yourself, and you have to be okay with that you're not going to be the next person who's going to do like the exact same content as like the Truth or Nano. And the only reason why I probably wouldn't, I don't think, like, again, this is all obviously all jokes, but the only reason why I probably would say that, like, me personally, I don't watch the Truth or Nano as much as I used to, is because with Nano, I'm not a particular person who likes clickbaity sort of titles and thumbnails and all that. Like, I always feel like if you have something worth talking about, that you don't have to make it where like you're clickbaiting it, right? And the Truth, I don't know. I like I'll just go into the event myself. Dragon Ball games are for Dragon Ball fans. I hope we never get a One Piece or Naruto collab. It would ruin the whole Dragon Ball Z feel for me if I was scrolling through my box and I would see LR, Luffy, and Zoro. No. I think crossovers are cool. Like I don't see. I don't see how there's anything wrong with that, because like Dragon Ball is like a lot of silly stuff, and on top of that, like I remember when one of the tweets was Minatos, and it's true. Like the Dragon Ball Z feel of things is, what is it? Where is he? Where's Minatos? He's probably all the way in the bottom. Yeah, I saw that too when they did the collab with Treasure Cruise. Bye Guys Goku's the only LR in the game, by the way, is from this crossover. Just a little funny tidbit. Also, Naruto would be awesome. Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z feel of Tao Pai Pai demolishing Jiren. That's what I was talking about. Like, it's not. I don't know. I think crossovers would be cool. Trunks and Goku Black are the most disrespected characters in Dragon Ball Z Dokkan. Has there ever been like an actual dominant Trunks card in the game other than Vegito Trunks? The only Trunks card that's good is Vegeta Trunks. Yeah, Agl was pretty bad. Tech God was pretty bad. Well, not bad, but like he got immediately slandered when the Red Zone came out. Physical LR, the Easy A wasn't that crazy. There's never been a number one like Trunks in the game though. That is true. Same thing with Goku Black. Like, dude, I was a Rose defender. I can't be. I can't. now that the global foresight and all that is gone and we're synced up, I can admit Rose was not as good as I was hyping him up to be. As much as I wanted him to be that guy, he was not. Dude, the int of Rose, Easy A, oh dude, that was just too much slander. Free to play units shouldn't have good animations. Free to play Daima Vegeta and physical Daima Goku look insanely good while having a bad kit, which is just sad because it's wasting Dokkan's money on units no one cares or uses. No. What? And I'm kind of curious. Let me say the point first before it sounds like I'm copying what people are saying. Dokkan shouldn't have it where the animations are bad. Dokkan should just have it where the free-to-play units just aren't just throwaways. Oh, you upset the French community. It's over, little bro. Changed my mind on the change my mind. You make me as happy as Santa. What? Yeah, this take should be free-to-play should be better. Instead of free-to-play, you shouldn't have good animations. You shouldn't want bad animations. You should want characters to do better. This is very true. That's what I was basically saying. What is this saying though? Take a cue from Dragon Ball Legends for this take. Beautiful animations for free-to-play characters and all above a good kit because it's restricted to premium characters. I feel like they can't just reuse animations like for free-to-play units, but regardless, they should just have it where, again, there's no reason why free-to-play units shouldn't just be better. They can make them hyper restricted, make it where you got to use it with this unit, and make it where you got to use it with a Trunks character, and make it where you have to be using a Future Saga team. I don't care. Make it the most restricted character, but make them usable. I would not care having a super restricted unit that is good, or just a good unit in general. They've done good units before, so it's a like physical bio Broly is exactly that thing of like, if you don't throw him on this team, he's bad. But you put him on that team, and he's got such a good like utility. If he isn't insane, I hope Amatsu will step on a B. They fumbled Super Saiyan 3 hard. They need to lock in and make Super Saiyan 4 the best unit in the game. Daima Goku and Gloria weren't fumbled though, so I have high hopes. Majin Buu Saga is a great team. Y'all are just sleeping on it hard. No. One of the most used teams that I use right now is Majin Buu Saga. Agl Super Saiyan 3 Goku in Fappu. You got the Vegito. You got STR Gohan. Like, you got all those top units on the team. I hope we don't get him now, because every Kaioken has been so bad. Like, bro, they went out of their way to make Kaiokens the worst this year. STR LR. Physical Easy A. Tech Super Saiyan Blue. AGL Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken isn't that good too. He's good. I don't know. That's a little bit of the downplay. This is some generational hate. Yeah, but you should want a unit to come out. This is good. Stop using Rip Kaioken. Kind of agree. They need to lock in. Yeah, AGL Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken's good. They do need to make him. They needed to make Kaioken units just better though. I'm not taking back what I said about Agl Gogeta. This was the day after, right? This is like, I don't know. He is still number 4, number 3 in the game, but he's a more boring version of Vegeta that isn't as good as he. His Ghost Usher is a lot better than Potara Break, though. Yes. Yes. Also, he's number 2 in the game. I don't know where this number 3 and number 4 came in. If you want to say he's interchangeably number 2 through 4, that's fine. But you cannot say that he is just straight up 3 to 4. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is not better than Agl Gogeta. I'm sorry. I'm putting my hands up in the air and I'm telling you sorry, dude. Unfumbleable EZAs, this guy. LR Orange Piccolo. Every EZA is fumbleable. I don't know how many times we got to tell you guys that. Cause like I can't. Who was like a slam dunk of an EZA that they just did so poorly? It's kind of hard to think of one that was like, oh, there's no way that they can make this guy bad, and then they made him bad. Yeah, I don't know. I can't really think of one off the top of my head. Agl Super Saiyan 3 was a top 5 unit by the end of 2024. He's one of the best Golden Week units and can still be ran in battle hard and formidable foes. Tech Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken shall not meet the same fate as Agl Super Saiyan 3. Yeah, no, he's gonna age out a lot faster, for sure. Alright, what's going on? What's going on here? Every event is easy with the best setup, which wasn't the case in Red Zone. Broly meta, which made things feel a lot more interesting and spicy. Now you go to Agl Gogeta and Tech Vegito, and bosses are done for. I mean, that's the reason why that... The thing is that we get one of these type of events every single year. So it was Jiren. It was Supreme Magnificent Battle Jiren, when they did that for the Universal Survival Saga stages. No, wait, it wasn't Jiren. Sorry, it was Go Frieza. It was Go Frieza. Go Frieza was that. Then we had it where it was Fusion Zamasu. Then we had it where it was Omega Shenron. Then we had it where it was Broly. Like there's time period, and right now it's just the stupid spectacle. No, not spectacle battles. What's the events called? Because we were just, is it Festival of Battles? Yeah, Festival, not Spectacle. Festival of Battles. Like, we get that every single time. There's always an event that's just whoops everything. Once the time heals, the wounds will we will all agree that 2025 was a good year. I trust Amatsu that he won't fumble more units this year. Please don't quote this every time they fumble a unit this year. We had... I would say so. We haven't had that much fumbles. Like, the thing I always say is that if you're a person who has your favorite moment fumble, I could understand why you might like other years before, but like overall they've been popping out a lot of bangers. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta was fumbled. Physicals, or the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, in my opinion, was fumbled. And those are some of my, well, Gohan specifically is literally my favorite moment in the entire series, and having it where like he just never gets his #1 spot always sucks, right? But like animations and like the character moments have been pretty good this year. Best modern Gogeta unit. Let's not talk about the SR one because it's been 10 years. What? Agl Gogeta is right there. I don't understand the slander. You guys do understand that, like, you could say all you want about Vegito being better, Tech Vegito. Guess who makes him look 3 times better on active skill? Gogeta. If you love Vegito so much and you like that moment of like Vegito, or if you think that Vegito is like so dominant and all that stuff too, and that Gogeta doesn't hold a flame to his like actual just torch that Vegito is, run them together and pop both active skills at the same time compared to just doing Vegito by himself. Gogeta helps out so much. And Agl Gogeta's damage isn't number 1, but it's still high up there. Like, Agl Gogeta, what's the slander? Unless you mean blue. If you're talking about blue specifically, I guess. Like, okay. Dokkan needs to do more risks for major celebrations. 8th year university had a great part 1, even though it wasn't God Key and fusions. Part 2 was hot, but buns though. Hope they 11th year anniversary try something different too. I mean, they always try to do something different, and the thing is that the risks that they do, more often than not, do not pay it back in the end. And that's the thing is I like when they diversify it too. It's just that every single time that they try to make it where it's something that's not fusions, it always is not the highest grossing. Like isn't the highest grossing anniversary still 5th year anniversary, something like that? I don't remember actually. Either way, fusions I do know take up like the top 3 to 4 spots, and the times that they do try to do something different, like the Universal Survival Saga one with the 6th year anniversary, that one was the 2nd worst selling anniversary of all time, right next to like the 1st anniversary, which was funny. But yeah, like they don't, I can understand why they don't try to do stuff more often, but like there, I feel like this one was also pretty good too. Like, sure, we had a Gogeta Vegeta, which was like the quote unquote like the anniversary standard, but then you had Go Frieza, you had Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you had this super diverse cast of characters. Agl Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, Agl Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Like, they always try to do something different. At least more often than not, they'll try to do something different. Celebrations don't get a lot of content if the units are fire. Don't need a lot of content if the units are fire. 2023 Golden Week, but when there is a weak goal unit, they should drop a lot of events to keep the community interested in the game. They should just do it a lot in general. I've always talked about the fact that we need like a red zone type stage or like SBR type event where there's like a difficult red zone stage every single month. Like, I literally just want one difficult stage every single month. That's it. Our Bio Broly the GOAT, for real, he was so good. I was on a date with a girl grinding his medals while she was yapping about some stuff. The GOAT went in his intro and nah. That's true. I like him. I like him a lot. This is, you know, this is such a real one. We're retweeting this. Spicy one. Dokkan is dead. This game has a lot of popularity recently. Just look at the views of the YouTubers. Feels something wrong about the current state of the game for the past year. It's not dead. It's just dry. Yeah, it's just dry. Stop bringing him up. LR Agl MUI out-aged the tech UI, but dodge canceling. Then don't bring him into a fight with it. I would say so. Like it the thing that sucks with tech UI is tech UI tanks better without like Agl MUI's build up, of course. But like overall, tech UI tanks better than Agl UI, but it's not by a lot. And because it's not by a lot, it becomes a game of who dodges better. And Agl MUI has the dodge, it has the revive, and Tech UI has the guaranteed dodge later on, and then just the 77% chance to dodge. Or is it 70? I think it might be 70. So AGL MUI is consistently dodging more than Tech UI. So yeah, I would say that he's better in that regard. But Tech UI is like, I don't know. Tech UI is still good. You just need to run him in specific scenarios, and like the dodge canceling like domain thing where you can stop the dodge canceling could be pretty good too. We just have to wait for something that makes it where he shines again, like Go Frieza. Dokkan should stop making animations in the Dragon Ball Super art style because it's not as good as the Z one. Let's hope next UI looks something like this. I'm not asking for him to do blood. I want the shapes of muscles and shadows to look like Z's. I think this is just nostalgia. Like I think it's nostalgia and like preference, because like I like Z, but I also like Super. Like I don't really mind. Like when I was watching Daima, there wasn't a single time where I was like, dude, this would look so much better in Z. I was just like, damn, that's Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Goten gets 0 love. Why does nobody ask for a Goten Dokkan Fest? Well, because he doesn't have like a lot of moments. Any Goten moment is just Gotenks or Goten and Trunks. You know? I think they should make a Dokkan Fest though of when he first turns Super Saiyan. That could be a nice dual Dokkan Fest. Goten and Trunks first turning Super Saiyan. Or maybe not like a Dokkan Fest. Maybe like a... Maybe an LR where they both first turn Super Saiyan, but they like do the fighting animations at the same time so they look like it's working together. Kind of like a what if, I guess. GT next year should GT next year should get their global Dokkan celebration. There's so many cool units they still haven't done yet. Full Power Super Saiyan 4 from Shadow Dragon Saga. Tech 1 doesn't count since it's been 6 years. This is true and real. So like, are we getting a new LR Majin Vegeta and our first LR Super Saiyan 2 Goku? What? I feel like they should do the Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Wait, what? Our first... Oh, LR Super Saiyan 2 Goku. They should redo the fight. The like how it would the Tech Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta versus the in Super Saiyan 2 Goku. But then it transformed, right? And then it wasn't the fight anymore. It was Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus the fight with Fat Buu. And then it was Tech Majin Vegeta. And what was his fight? Was his anime? I don't think his animations were from the Goku fight, were they? I'm trying to think. I don't remember his animations off the top of my head. Actually, they might have. Either way, you go back and you look at those animations, and they could definitely update them a lot. Especially the Super Saiyan 2 Goku versus Vegeta fight. That would be so nice if they did that again and then had it where it was they transform and then turn Majin Vegeta and then Goku, I don't know, like maybe just doesn't transform at all. Stereo UI was great on release and great on EZA, but he aged out very fast. The day Dokkan Anniversary dropped, he was done for. I don't know. For me, I feel like I don't just get his dodges as much. Link leveling isn't very important unless it's the big bad boss's unit. I still regret Link leveling him with Roshi. This is just a straight up lie, by the way. It is very, very important. Look at a unit at Link 1 versus Link 10. The performance difference is very insane. The only time that it doesn't matter is if a unit has wonky links. Like Roshi doesn't matter. You don't need to have like World Tournament Champion Link 10. But if you have Kamehameha and Fierce Battle Link 10, then it's going to look a little bit different. Of course. I'm tired. It takes 44. Wait, I'm tired. It's 44 takes and it's still got 20 to go. This guy had an underrated release and EZA. He probably isn't the only Goku Black with modern animations. By the way, this is the top 5 LR arts too. I would say so. He was pretty underrated on release. He wasn't, because slot 2, this guy was a lot better than Gogeta and Vegito. And Broly Trio. Like, well, no, because Super Boss wasn't a category back then. I would just say that yeah, there wasn't a lot of slot 1 options for Future Saga. He wasn't better than Godku, which hurts my OG Dragon Ball fanboy heart. I have heard so much slander on God Goku from people like Apple Dokkan, who will always say that World Tournament Goku was better. Even during the time period, like a year later, I had to keep hearing the same thing from him and his community, that God Goku was worse than Tech World Tournament Goku by a long shot. And the reason I bring this up is because I'm going to defend this guy just for a second, but I hate all of you guys who defend by hurting and by downplaying. God Goku and World Tournament Goku fulfill different types of roles. If you want damage while having slightly worse defense, World Tournament Goku is your guy. And Physical God Goku cannot compare offensively as much. He's not even like close to hitting as much damage as World Tournament Goku. You could build full crits on the guy and he wouldn't get close damage wise, because World Tournament Goku is just consistently doing more damage. That being said, God Goku is consistently doing more defense things a lot better. He has the dodge, he has the guard, he has all of these things that can make him more consistent. World Tournament Goku also has it where his guard is inconsistent as well, but God Goku borderline has 30% chance to dodge built into his passive. And on top of that, God Goku's building up defense to eventually surpass World Tournament Goku, who is hard capped. But both do different jobs. The World Tournament Goku just does more offensive things, which is why I probably would recommend during like the Fusion Zamasu days of Red Zones to take World Tournament Goku and God Goku together, because World Tournament Goku's locking down slot 1, blocking the super attacks, then Physical God Goku can dodge the AoE and tank decently well while having a lot of the utility, right? Both have good stuff. I'm not even gonna read that part. LR KFC should have fused into Kefla, and I don't care what anyone says. No one disagrees with that. Dokkan needs to do more reroll friendly because new players have this hard. I don't remember what game it was. My friend was telling me about it, but there was a game apparently that was so reroll friendly that they would give you the first 10 multis for free when you first started out and with an account. And what would happen is if you didn't like those 10 multis, you could redo them and it would just take those units out of your account. So you basically kept just summoning until you got an actual like summon that you wanted. I don't know what game that was though. But yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that. Like the first 3 multis or something can be refunded, and then the stones get taken out because it'll stop a reroll accounts, I guess. And I hate reroll accounts because they just clog up the. Well, I guess that would make it more reroll friendly then. I didn't clog up my friends list. Actually, death to all rerollers. I take back everything nice I was saying. Amatsu and Dev team need to be more chill. We are Dokkan. He definitely is. When they do Namek Saga again, they should do an LR Raccoon. I think that would be pretty cool. He's like Nappa tier for me. Where I would hope that they do one for both. Wait, hold on. Where is that? I need to see that again. Haunt you in your dreams. This is true. I don't understand. Gogeta is not like I don't know what the downplay with Agl Gogeta is. Still the most boring Gogeta on release. He's still a number 4 unit, top number 4 unit. But why are you making Vegeto's shadow with 0 personality? Best animations in the game though. What? Come on, please. Please, for me. It's more personality than Vegeta. Yeah, physical Gogeta was boring. Even Easy A. Jesus, man. Physical Gogeta was so bad. The Easy A was so bad. It makes me cry thinking about what they did to my boy for the first Easy A Dokkan Fest ever. Or for first LR Easy A Dokkan Fest ever. They fumbled it so poorly. Sigh. But no, he's not the most boring Gogeta unit. And we gotta stop saying that he's in Vegeto's shadow. They're hand in hand, little buddy. Dokkan hiring units testers is a good thing, but I scared it might give us even more weeks, which is not a good thing. GIF is I seriously related. This is true. Maybe they just don't show the animations or the character, and they're like, how does this unit fare? They just take out literally everything. But then again, that would also be pretty boring. They wouldn't be a bad thing if they were handled good, like Nappa Baldi types of hints from I seriously could be fun for the community. Meh. I think Dokkan does the leaks, or not the leaks. I think Dokkan's hints are fine, and we already saw with like the Tao one that no one leaked it before it was already basically found. Dokkan base server is fun until Deku starts talking. I don't know. I haven't joined it. I don't really care about debating on Dokkan. LR gods are better than Gogeta 4 on release. LR gods are worse than Gogeta 4 on EZA. The problem was that there was a lot of dodge cancellation. So Gogeta 4 was consistently better in that regard. Wait, no, this was before that update, wasn't it? This was before the counters counted as nullifications rather than being dodges. Because I believe Gogeta 4's was... The way that it was coded before was that anytime that a nullification happened and a counter happened, it would stop the attack and it would count as a dodge instead. So I don't think you were able to get Gogeta 4's counter. Either way, dodge canceling still existed. And if you want to look at it like this, if you put both units into a scenario where they have to live a super attack, Gogeta 4 was living that super attack 9 times out of 10 compared to gods. Because gods, I really wish they made it where their dodging was just slightly higher. Because they shouldn't have had it where it was that low. I feel like it should have been higher. But I don't know. I like Tech Gods a lot, though. They're both really comparable. We should start judging units. There was a reason why both of them were put in the same tier for almost everyone's tier list back then. We should start judging more units based on their 55 performance. Is bad. Most of the people have 55%. How is 55% good? Because he ain't... Still good because ain't getting that additional super anyway, bro. Agl Kidku at 55%. Still goated. Hit. I don't know. I feel like it's fine to do either or. But most of the time it doesn't change that much. Agl Ginyu is good, but he's like in the Hall of Fame of Dokkan units. He should have been a lot better. Agl Ginyu for his allies greed sickens me. They should have added another category, but at the same time, he doesn't need those category units once he transforms regardless, so you'll be fine anyways. On top of that, I feel like they're going to be doing more EZAs for the Ginyu Force, considering that they didn't change it where he has to get 5. So just wait. Just wait. Not all easy A's need to be with their best partners on release. Agl Ginyu is really good though. I have a real hot take now, guys. Tech UI might not synergize well on an extreme Ginyu Force team in the hardest fights. Also, Tech UI came out 11 years ago. He sucks now. What? Tech UI. That's funny. Kanabata units are always aging out quickly. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I would say he aged out. No, wait, no, wasn't Vegeta Trunks Tanabata? I'm trying to think of who the Tana. What was he? Because I'm a global player, so I don't remember what celebration that was for. But wasn't Vegeta Trunks Tanabata? Am I crazy? In Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I could understand though. Kind of blue. Tech UI. Meh. I don't know. Oh yeah, let me pull up the hot takes that were at the end of my comments and we'll go ahead and stop. Oh no, not gonna read that one for no reason at all. Yamcha's a fat loser. Not my goat, no, and Yamcha on the easy is gonna be goated. Tao's release is damage power creep for the game, and his stats should be the basis for future units design, especially for TURs. This is very true. He should be the base for any unit that doesn't have stacking. Like if a unit doesn't have stacking, they should be doing Taos damage. If they are stacking, Int Hit, Agl Kid Goku, Tech Kill and Khalifa, like all of those damages is completely fine because they're gonna build up and reach those numbers anyways. But like Tao should be the standard for non-stacking units. This is a very hot take because that's not true. Anyways, wow, this has almost been an hour of just okay, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and stop here. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great streak. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.